you look behind you, but at your 6 o'clock, I think we picked up a tail.
Right there? That one? You're telling me it's a tail? It's a woman in a red shirt. Schnitzel.
That's correct, sir. He is dead. I am okay, slightly stressed right now, but I mean, I'll get by and we'll find a new trainee. Those guys are a dime a dozen. But there is a long list of interns who are willing to take that job, so just get them into the training program. We'll have them out in 8 weeks, problem solved. Wait a second. No, it can't be.
You know we had a boat.
You're telling me you've had a boat this whole time?
Yeah. We're in the Swiss Alps.
Why didn't you tell me that?
You looked excited to get in.
You said schnitzel. That's the word.
Technically, a little bit of a miscommunication there, but
Where's the fucking boat then?
the boat's over there. It's very nice, and the good news, the resort's fantastic, and we have successfully E&E'd. But you had a nice workout too.
I lost all my clothes. I kept my socks though. They're like fins. You know? What are you doing now?
Yeah, just come on up and hang out.
We need to go?
I got the KH9 in the back, so we're all set, buddy.
I swam 37 kilometers for no reason.
Correct. Good news though, big fondue place here.
What?
Big fondue restaurant.
There's fondue?
Yeah.
What? Did you order some?
Yeah, we got some on the way. Wait, jump on that. Get your ass
I'm
out.
not.
Out the way.
I don't want to wait for that.
Hell, I took the beer bottle, broke it on the table, in the neck. Bartender didn't see a thing. Got up, walked away. Left him €2 tip.
Did he die?
At the end of the night.
Oh.
What's up, G? The G spot.
Bring my other gun back?
That one was misplaced in an unfortunate boating accident, but we are in need for, again, discreet, but we need thin dimensions, not super deep. We need it. There's a lot of moments in life where we've got an E&E, escape and evasion for the new guy, and so we're gonna need something that can pivot in that moment.
You need to be able to use your hands.
I do.
Yeah.
I like my hands.
For a hands-free mobile solution, something like this.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus.
What is that? What?
Might be a little more your speed.
Okay.
A lot of full.
Okay.
I think this will do
Wow.
for you.
So what exactly is this thing?
The KH9, semi-automatic, striker fired, magazine fed, easily foldable, easily transportable.
Top charging bolt from the looks of it.
Yeah, of course. Last round bolt hold open,
Okay.
bolt hold to the rear here. Something you should
like
be able
it.
to figure out.
That is pretty nifty. That is pretty nifty. And when I'm in a helicopter, which is pretty frequent, you'll see as the longer you're on the
Don't
job.
drop this out of the helicopter.
No.
I'm gonna need the other gun back. I understand the boating accident.
We'll call the guy. There's a guy in town. We'll call the guy.
Scuba
We'll
gear.
find the gun. We'll find the gun. Okay. All right. No, this is pretty slick though. We're gonna jump in some missions, so you stay tight here, and we'll catch you later.
You sure you don't need help this time?
Dude, we are really good at spycraft, and you stay here, and we'll go get the girls. And
I don't believe you, but
I really need a pen.
do not touch the pen. Every time.
Okay.
Every time.
I don't get any of the toys.
All right, later, G.
G-spot's not as fun as I thought it was going to be.
Well, at least you found it. Okay guys, welcome back to the program here, KH9 Covert. We're going to talk about a really interesting E&E gun, and that's what we have attempted to do over the city of...
No, I did not attempt, I did.
You did. I observed in luxury
And bought alcohol.
From the countryside. I did buy some nice booze today, in all fairness.
I'm jumping in rivers and swimming across lakes.
But the KH9 Covert is an E&E gun. Hopefully our stupid skits here make some level of sense as we've had to alter and shift plans as we have gone here. So just go with it, fellas. Couple quick thank yous. Shooting Surplus for sponsoring the video. Code's 1911. And look, 5% of $12,333
is $863.
It's gotta be. It's really gotta be at the end of the day, because we don't have time to pull out calculators. So yeah, that sounds about right. So you can check them out. They're a big B&T dealer. I imagine they'll probably get some of the KH9 Coverts. It's gonna be a small batch. Yeah. It's gonna be a small batch. You probably want to get in there pretty quick, because I can tell you that is, of everything that we've done here, that is a gun where I go, I'd buy that because it's just that damn cool. Yep. It's just that damn cool, man. It's just
I need it in my life.
Just super unicorn, cool, wild. I don't know what I need it for. I need it for a bad gun. Yeah. But anyway, we've got that. Thanks US Brass House for sponsoring our ammo. Codes 1911 and Syndicate saves you $40. And beyond that, if you want to support the channel, we've got you know, merch on the website. Just realized having a 1911 just at a luxurious resort in Switzerland might be frowned upon, but you know, potato.
I don't know, in a country where they literally give their citizens firearms, it may be appreciated.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, and then I promise we will get into it. For those of you that don't know, Switzerland has quite an incredible firearms culture, and as good as we have it in the U.S., there's really amazing nuances that they have here.
That they beat us.
Yeah,
by
you
a
know,
large
and there's
margin.
areas where they don't, but it's like it's actually quite incredible. You have mandatory military service here, and when you get out for $100, you can buy your service rifle. Yeah. And funny enough, you send it to B&T, pay $100, they convert it to semi-auto, and then you get it back. Yeah. I mean, it's actually quite fascinating.
Very cool.
If you guys have never been to the country, I truthfully consider it my version of like heaven on earth. It is the best place in the world. And they happen to have great gun culture. So that said, with all that out of the way, let's talk about the KH9 Covert. So sort of the origin and purpose of it. As mentioned in other videos, one of the cool things about B&T is they simply like doing cool shit.
And it is that simple.
Yeah. They love it. Yeah, it's like, that sounds cool. Yeah, someone wants to do that? That sounds cool. Yeah, sure, we'll make 10 of those. Yeah. And we'll see how it goes. If we like it, we'll make more of them. Yep. And I just think that that's the coolest thing in the world. So the KH9 Covert limited production gun, so these aren't going to be like widely available, but it's based on the Sights Spectre M4. That was an Italian submachine gun. It was discontinued back in like the 90s. Okay. So it's a design that was based on another design called the Sights Spectre M4. Okay. And which was a pretty cool design, but of course it's not made anymore. But what it is an E&E gun, okay? So when you see this thing, and it's all folded up with mags and grips and stocks and everything, it is designed for people
like helicopter pilots.
Yeah,
right?
small confined space.
Confined
Say
space.
they touch down or it's a hard landing. They got to get out and run. They need something small with some ammo that they can escape and evade.
It's not meant to be a particularly offensive weapon.
No.
Right? It's meant to be a shit hit the fan.
Worst
and we're in a
case
very
scenario.
bad. An example. Mogadishu Black Hawk Down.
They had MP5s.
Mike Durant had MP5 in the back of the seat that he pulled out, right? And that's what he used to defend himself. And so this is that similar thing. It's a design that's based on that premise, or boats where you might have limited space. A bag gun. From a bag gun perspective, it's fascinating.
It's hard to think of anything better.
Because the slim profile of it means you can put it in the sling bag, which it actually comes with from B&T. And again, I think that is a very cool thing that they actually design bags that are meant to go with their unique platform.
Without a doubt.
So if they're like, well, we're going to make this unique thing, cool, let's make a bag that's meant to work with it.
Yeah.
So I think it also really lends itself well to like a travel gun, right?
Oh yeah,
Follow your
great point. I never even thought of
local, state, federal laws, but hey,
Yeah.
if you're allowed to carry something into a hotel, well, that makes all the sense in the world.
that. You're okay. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Sorry for disturbing.
You're
No,
not
you're fine.
disturbing. Thank you. Yeah, but
So something,
Hotel, huh?
yeah, something like a hotel gun, right? That's
Yeah.
slim, doesn't scream gun in any way, shape, or
Discreet.
form. Like it's fantastic, and that's what it's designed for. So if you guys see it and you're like, I don't understand what that's for. What's for limited application?
correct.
It's not meant to go to war with. It's
No.
meant to defend yourself with in a very discreet package.
Different tools for different jobs.
Yeah, so as I was thinking about it, right, if the whole thing is to minimize the profile, right, if we think about it, we go, I might be screwing up some of the things here, but if we go the length of the gun, right, muzzle to the end of the stock, right?
Yeah, tip to tip.
Okay, we go the height of the gun, right, and then we go the depth of the gun,
Yeah.
right? Those would be
Width.
the three dimensions, right?
Yeah.
So in every one of those dimensions, if you will, it's meant to be as compact as possible.
As possible.
Right, so if you think length, well, one of the ways that they do that is with their telescoping stock.
Yeah.
Which when collapsed, because there's no buffer tube, I mean, the butt stock is almost completely flush with the back of the receiver, right?
That's probably the length of like my forearm here.
Yeah, right, so it's with the stock is collapsed, cool. Now we've got it's not a very long package, right? Sorry, everyone at the home office.
Sorry.
We do our best.
Carl's probably laughing.
We do our
It's okay.
best here.
Now we have height.
We have height.
Okay.
So with that, right, now part of the way that they minimize that height footprint is that the grip, right, folds into the receiver, and the mag, right, which again, would typically extend down about that far, there's a little lever that you push, and now it folds flush. So the whole thing when it's folded up is gonna be that tall.
They go like this. Pretend magwell, grip. They fold this way, opposite direction.
Yeah.
So it just slim.
They go parallel to the gun so that you don't have a very tall gun. And of course, this is going to have an acro on it, which is going to be a very low profile top.
What about height?
Or the
width.
depth,
Yeah,
or
width.
width. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll call it width, right? So the width is really interesting because all the controls are on the top.
At the 12 o'clock.
So there's no snag hazards,
Including
anywhere
the
around.
bolt lockback. The bolt catch.
The actual like mag release and charging handle,
Yeah.
and the bolt lock is on top.
So cool.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, it's a reciprocating charging handle, right? Which is actually kind of, I bet on camera it actually looks really cool when you shoot and that bolt the whole time, or not the bolt, but the bolt release, if you will, is reciprocating the whole time.
Charging handle.
I mean, look, it's really cool, and they mentioned as we were shooting the gun, like we might do it with a side charging handle, and I was like, I want them to do it on top.
Yeah,
Like
keep
do
it
it
on top.
To me, it's cool on top, and it's very unique, and it's just this foreign, like, what the hell is this thing?
You know how I charged it when we were shooting it? Knife hand, palm to the face,
Same.
rack.
Yeah, same.
And I think
I
it
wasn't
fits that
grabbing.
perfect. No.
I was literally just slapping, just high five,
Similar to other ones.
in a sim way that you would charge a bolt on an MP5.
On an MP5,
It's
slap.
very similar.
Yeah.
Like the manual of arms is pretty neat there,
So
right?
damn cool.
So we got that. There's a very small pick rail that's, I don't know if you noticed this, but I did just in looking at photos and references coming into this. So on the sides, like on the handguard, there's nowhere to mount anything. But on the top, there's a very small pick rail, meaning that again, if you need to mount something, leave the sides alone. Like
Leave them
don't,
alone.
no snag hazards, no increase in the width. Like put a very, very small light on top. And I'm just like, again, just highly, highly purpose built.
Definitely.
Which is really, really neat. So direct blowback gun. Most of, or well, I think actually all of B&T's subguns are direct blowback, as is this. 6-inch barrel. It is a 3-lug barrel. So what I would do is get the SQD
100%
version of the RBS 9, right? Right?
Done.
Maximum speed, because obviously if you ever properly needed this thing, speed is of the essence.
Of the essence.
Speed is of the essence. So pop on that QD, or that RQD, which stands for Rapid Quick Disconnect, which is just a push button tri-lug thing, and I almost can't explain why I have this as much love for that thing as I do. To me, it's just wildly cool, and I love it.
Unique and different.
I don't know, sometimes you're just like, it's not that regular tri-lug takes a long time. Hell, it's the fastest thing out there. But somehow you made it faster, and I'm just obsessed with it.
Yeah, because there's no quarter turn. It's literally just pressure straight back and
pop it down, and then push a button and it comes off.
Pretty cool.
Talk about the trigger system a little bit. Highly unique. I almost didn't, as I was reading about it in advance, I was like, I just don't get it. So the flat or furthest, there's 3 positions, right? So the furthest up position is on safe, okay?
Yep.
AKA, I have charged around, right? I've got a hot gun, throw my gun on safe just like you would an AR or anything else, right? So the first position is safe. I can pull the trigger, nothing's gonna happen, gun's unsafe. The second one, flip it to position number 2, and much like any AR, just to use, American ergonomics, would be fire.
Semi-auto.
Semi-auto fire.
Yep.
Now, if that's how a lot of people would carry it, but if you're like, well, I don't know that I want to have this charged gun in a bag where maybe the safety could go down, and then the trigger from that point, even though it's long, it's fairly light.
Murphy's Law, man, something potentially
again,
could
not
happen.
that, I hate doing the comparison game, but it's very MP5-ish, just to give everyone a reference. Like, which I always think, I think it's actually a pretty good trigger, and I think with practice you get pretty damn good at it. You know? But the third position is really for, I want to carry a chambered gun, but I want that little bit of extra assurance of, I know this thing's not going to go off. So essentially what you do, you flip that thing down to the third setting, and it decocks it.
So cool.
Okay? So you have a really long, really heavy, and I mean it is really heavy, guys.
Deliberately.
Yeah, trigger pull, but you could carry that thing in a bag, and there's no guarantees in life, but virtual guarantee, ain't nothing setting that gun off. Because that trigger pull is simply too heavy for anything to set it off. So you can carry that thing chambered on the decock setting, and you're gonna have that long double action heavy trigger pull, and then after that you're gonna go into single.
Very cool.
So it is pretty neat, and to my understanding, I think that's how the Sight's Spectre gun, the Italian submachine gun, worked.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a similar design, the trigger system in particular.
Cool.
But it does not, for those of you wondering, does not lock back on last round. So there is a bolt hold open feature, but the gun doesn't have last round hold open, if you will.
Which is fine.
Yeah, so you're gonna shoot, you're gonna get a click, and then the button to lock the bolt back, basically you pull the bolt back and you push a button.
Where your thumb is.
Yeah.
Like it's very pull back, push with your thumb.
Push back, and you could potentially rotate, you can figure it out or just do it with 2 hands.
Yep.
But it's like you push a button to lock the bolt back. It's pretty
super cool.
Neat. Does run on B&T mags, so it'll come with a 25 round mag. That is basically cut to fit that gun. It's
when
a mag
it's folded, it's just perfectly in line.
It's flush with the muzzle, and again, the point of that is to not add length, right? It's like, no, let's have a mag, because if you put in a 30, it'll fit. It's not a problem. The gun works fine with the 30. It just adds length to the front end of that gun, because the mag's going to extend past the muzzle once.
Be like a reverse unicorn horn sticking out the bottom.
Dog is getting murked, but we move on with the show, everyone. You like how I just ignored that and you went, oh, it's just a representation of our person.
Different human beings here.
Price is gonna be about $2,600, which, to be honest with you guys, I think it's about right. You have to understand, nothing that is gonna come out of this region of the world, and from B&T included, is gonna be cheap. One, look around. You know what I'm saying though? Like, but look around. Did you think it was $300? Like, no, guys. This is a luxury brand from a luxury part of the world, and so their stuff does come with a higher price point. I think $2,600 is about what I would expect, and I think it actually comes with that little sling bag, which is pretty cool. I think they're doing a gray and an FDE. I would do the gray personally, just for the sake of gray man, no pun intended.
We all know I would do FDE. So.
You would. Just screams gun a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I also live in Arizona, so.
Yeah, and I think it comes up with flip-up iron sights too.
Yeah.
But really, guys, that's it. This is not meant to be like a full review. We don't have enough time on it to truly come here and be like, here's the 1,000-round, burn down review. But I can tell you this: I think it's just wildly cool. It's just cool, and I have a feeling it's one of those things that the small amount that comes into the U.S. will probably get bought up very, very quick.
Yep.
I don't know when they're coming, so you can't.
Don't ask.
Quote me a date.
Please.
I don't know. You can check Shooting Surplus and call. I mean, sorry, but
no, don't do
call them if you want. I don't care. That's not my phone number. Call whoever you want. But it's a small number. They're going to get bought up super, super quick. I'm not saying you should, buy one if you want one. I think it's one of those things that you probably look at a few years from now and you're like, I'm really glad I bought that because they're probably unicorns at this point.
When I buy one, we'll do a full review on it.
It probably goes into the unicorn category of a collection that's just really cool and usable at the same time for a bag gun. So that's it, guys. Like I said, not a review, just kind of a conversation about the gun with some stupid
antics, like always.
Stupid bullshit mixed in. So we're gonna run. We've got another stop for the day, but I hope you guys are doing well, and we will see you on the next episode.
Yeah.
To sum it up, B&T is a fascinating company to me. They really are the modern-day spycraft firearms company. They're unique because they're a big company that outfits many professional organizations, and yet they're also a company that genuinely enjoys taking on highly niche projects like E&E guns and veterinary pistols and one-off suppressors. They're also a company that has an uncommon fondness for the civilian market. I'll leave you with this final observation. It's something that I find uniquely cool about B&T, and that's this: volume. The firearms industry can sometimes be stagnant of effort and new ideas. There's a lot of gun companies that put out 1 to 2 new products a year. B&T does dozens. And with that sort of release schedule, it's only natural that not everyone will connect with everything. No company bats 1,000, but at least they swing a lot, and I can respect that. To have firearms that come out of this amazing region of the world is the pinnacle of cool. Switzerland is the ultimate land of luxury, precision, and refinement. From their watches, chocolate, banks, trains, and picture-perfect cities. Are you really shocked that they make amazing guns? I've said it many times before. You know what the Swiss do well? Everything.